And then all of a sudden, two lesbians decide to get $6 million and buy a house. See, so it started out pretty good and it ended up pretty bad. So I think the manosphere is matching that type of energy.
Oh, so you think that's what they're doing now, is trying to match that kind of energy?
I think that the right manosphere, because I'm not going to say all the guys in the manosphere are bad, but some of them have creeped in there who, because I heard a manosphere guy say something stupid. I can't remember what he said, but I think that the majority of those guys, you know, I go to the minority sometimes can have the bigger voice, but the majority of those guys, I think they were doing the right thing when they first kicked this thing out, kicked that manosphere thing off. I think they were doing the right thing. I just think that some people, it's bad eggs in every carton, brother.
Well, that's why I'm not a Kevin Samuels cheerleader, but I understood what he meant for the message.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And right. So that's why, like, you see, like, so far this year, you keep seeing me ask the second question on my titles is, will a new king arrive? The reason why I call him a king, even men need, really leaders, but Kevin Samuels, while you saw a lot of the stuff that we're seeing now that has perverted the manosphere, he kept that shit at bay. Whether he understood that or not, or whether it was purposeful, or he understood just how influential he was amongst other men. You know what I mean? He kept a lot of that crap at bay. You really didn't see a lot of this garbage that we see now. It's like he died and the floodgates opened up because there was, and I talked about this on another stream. No, we don't do we don't do next up. We don't have a succession plan for anything. Right. Most businesses, most families with wealth, they have succession plans. We didn't have one with well, to a degree, we had one when Medgar Evers went down. Then there was the rise of Martin, and then Martin and Malcolm, and then when they went down, then it was the Black Panther Party, and then Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn.
In which you even go to the Black Lives Matter's website back when they first started. I mean, when people start paying attention, everything starts to calm down, and people start to read their mission statement. The mission statement, they did not support nuclear family at all.
No. Well, these were two gay women who weren't even Americans. They were African, they were from another country. They weren't even legal American. They weren't even Americans, and they got all this money, and they were, part of they liked each other. They were B. Taylor and Prince selling it up. That's what their mission was.
Right.
And it was in their mission statement to support the alphabet community. And they're supporting it. And here's what's so insidious about it. They were supporting it on lives of Black men.
Exactly.
Basically the depths of Black men. I said lives, but meaning that a Black man's life had to end for them to take those financial resources, not for the family, not for community development, not for family re-engagement, but for the LGBTQ, and then for their believe it or not, they got baby daddies too. Their baby daddies, their baby daddies. I think somebody bailed somebody out of prison, was sending books in prison. One of them hired their baby and then buying mansions and shit. What kind of stuff was?
Man, just went crazy with the money.
But here's the thing: because we didn't have a succession plan, and things went awry. The fact that the manosphere got, I would say corrupted, or I think that's the word I want to use. The fact that it got corrupted or misused or poisoned gave our women more ammunition to stay defiant. See, y'all can't even get y'all shit together. See what happens? Y'all can't do this and y'all can't do that. Look at what y'all doing. You call yourself the manosphere. The worst thing that happened to the manosphere with me is when all of the, I don't know if you were aware of the shit down with that. Remember that YouTube channel, this Pearly Things?
Yeah.
When that shit broke wide, and she came out with her, you know, Hitler, whatever, slavery ain't real bullshit, and all of these so-called manosphere guys lined up to defend this bitch.
I remember.
We lost all fucking credibility, and our women came out in droves, looking at us like, you sorry motherfuckers.
Yep.
And we were out there defending this hoe. Not me, but they were out there defending. These so-called gatekeepers in this space came out defending this hoe. Defending it.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you don't have, even, I will say this, even men need male leadership. Because that was a lack of leadership in that. You know what I mean? Coming out, defending this hoe, left and right. And then calling her a feminine woman. How's she a feminine woman when she's out here chasing the bag? When she's out there, you know, she's a modern woman, chasing the bag, sleep with every black dick she can get because she loved black dick, you know? She loved it. She had so much black dick wasn't even funny.
Yep.
She pulled the Trump thing and called. She had several people that worked on her staff that were from Nigeria or something like that. And she got on there calling them my Africans. Talking about, oh, we're joking. They're joking, my Africans. The same shit Trump did. And it's like, and our women in droves just like, you sorry motherfuckers. Why do I need to listen to you? Y'all over there capping for, and it wasn't the fact that they were capping for her. Our women saw black men in mass lining up to protect her, even though they knew she was fucking wrong. And our women were like, wait a minute, we over here, we making mistakes, and y'all want to hang us and skin us for our mistakes, but you gonna go protect for that hoe over there? Whew. It was, during that time period, it was hard to not agree with our ladies because that was some sad shit.
Yep. Whatever ladies use that as a as bullets, as ammunition to try to penetrate the armor of the men who are trying to do the work. I think that, you know, going back to what you said, man, I think that this whole, like the video you're playing now and the things that we're experiencing as men, and she said men can't afford 50-50 and they can't do this and men can't do that, man. My mom and my dad have been married for 42 years. This past Christmas Day. My grandmother and my grandfather say they were married for 60 plus years before he passed. And my grandmother used to tell stories of working side by side with my grandfather, where he would go out and do odd end jobs to get money, and she would straighten hair for 50 cents a head and sell a dozen of eggs out the chicken coop for 12 cents a carton or whatever, you know, just to make ends meet till my grandfather found the pipeline, which he was there for 38 years. But, you know, and I just sit and watch how she said they grew and they grew. Now, today, my grandfather would be known as a ain't shit nigga that's broke. That's what he would have been known as, because he was building with my grandmother. And they were working side to side. There was no such thing as he make this kind of money. He need to be on this level. It just was never that bad, man. It was never that bad. And so I think that today women want something that they're not willing to do. And I encourage women who may be listening now. I encourage you, just write down on a piece of paper everything you want from a man. Just get your piece of paper and write down everything you want from a man, and then make a list. And then you become the list. So when you meet him, you have the same qualities as him, and both of you are equally at the table.
But the thing is, by the time they're able to do that, that kind of man ain't gonna want her because she's gonna be too old, gonna take her too long to do it.
Exactly, bro. And that's, I think that's the case. I was looking at this thing the other day where these women were graduating nursing school from Temple, I think it was, Temple University. And when I tell you these black sisters, in they 20s, 24, 25, I mean, all of them sexy, beautiful, attractive, educated, smart. And do you think these 50-year-old, 49-year-old, 45-year-old men are going to be with these women that's 50, 52, the 60, 70 on the Kendra G show? No, those young women are very enticing coming out of college as 25, 26 years old, just finished nursing school or got their doctorate, or they're beautiful women. And you think they're looking for you? They're not. You have, one would take heed now. You have missed the boat. And so I think that, B. Taylor can do all that talking when she's 40 years old. When those pussy lips start to look like drapes in an abandoned house, I think that she's going to realize that her value is no longer valuable. Yeah, that's all I got.
God damn! You said drapes in an abandoned house.
Shit.
God damn! Okay, I gotta give you that one.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
I can go to bed on that.
Hey man, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is crazy. Now, how much time you got left?
Man, a few minutes. You go ahead. What, you got another question for me?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
Shout out to the good brother Wrench Turner. I think this might be his first time over here. Salute, brother. The manosphere is very necessary. The women reaction to it is the reason I now date out. Oh.